Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys can hear me. It's Ray Ray. Ray Ray the Rebel. Hello. Hello. Hi. How are you? Can you hear me? Hi, Greg Olson. Pish to you too. People get in here. This is not a bashing stream, but this is going to be a very opinionated stream. And I'm not here to bash anybody because everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. Hi. Can you get Greg Olson out of here, please, Carrie? USA. USA. Hard to believe that 17 years ago today was 9/11. And I guess the big story is, where were you guys? I was at home. I was getting Sarah ready for school. But I remember after the second plane hit, I didn't send her to school. But I am here. I just want to speak on something real quick. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. But just because you have an opinion doesn't make it correct. Especially, can you guys hear me all right? I have some earphones on, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to choose my words very smartly right now. But with all joking aside, yes, I am of Mexican descent. My mom is from Mexico, but I was born here in the United States. My dad was born in Sicily. His dad is Italian. His mom was French. And he came to this country when he was 12 years old. By the time he was 18, my dad enlisted in the army and was a citizen and spent 35 years of his life in the army. Eventually retiring he was an enlisted person, eventually retiring as an E8, the highest that an enlisted person could go without being an officer. He was, from 1968 to 1973, when I was born, he was a drill sergeant. And he trained the officers. Then he went to Vietnam. He came back, and then when he was getting ready to retire, he was a command sergeant major of a base. But my dad, most important, my dad was the Army. He dedicated his life to the Army, as well as all of his friends. I grew up on a military base. It's a family unit. Everybody from the supply sergeant that got the toilet paper together to the command sergeant major that drove in on base was important. And I was in somebody's stream today, in Papa Grizz's stream. And like he said, it was his stream, his opinion. He's able to say what he wants to say. But, yeah, command sergeant major. Yep. Just today is a day you shouldn't have done that, Papa Grizz. You just did not offend me. You offended Kickstand, which also said that, you should have just stopped. But more importantly, the question is, Papa Grizz, what makes you feel that you can dishonor our military in that way, sir? One, you didn't serve. Two, you have continuously spoke in that manner to degrade, minimize, and treat badly our military. And for that, sir, you should be ashamed of yourself. And if this is going to end our friendship, then it's got to be the way it is. Because as a person, I'm offended. As a granddaughter, my daughter is offended. There are other people in my chats that are offended. And I hope to God that you just didn't do this because Cowpoke called you out for wanting you to do this. Because if you're degrading our military in that way on this day, because this man asked you to do that, then you, sir, are wrong. I can tell you this much. I respect you, but this is my channel, and I can speak the way I want to speak. And what you did today is wrong. I will no longer go into your chat. You can publicly take the wrench. No longer have anything to do with you. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to talk about you, because I'm a big enough person that I can move off without fighting with you. I'm not scared of a war, but I would prefer not to have it. But I can tell you this much. As me, I am done. I am done. Me, Sarah, and Crystal are staying the rebels. The other two need to remove their names if they're going to stay in your chat, because we want nothing to do with you or anybody in your chat. Because you, sir, have just went too far today. And I respect everyone in the military. It takes every single one of them to make the military work. That's the way it does. Papa, it takes more courage to volunteer to go to war than to be forced by the draft. I'm going to tell you something else, Papa Grizz. When somebody joins the military, they raise their hand and they defend the Constitution of the United States. That's before they know what their MOS is. Before they go to basic training. Those kids don't know if they're going to war or where they're going to. And your uneducated person that you are, that supply officer could be slinging toilet paper one day and fighting in Afghanistan the next day. And who are you to tell me who a hero is or who is not? A hero is somebody that gets that calling. That's not a career. That is not a job. It's a calling. These men leave their wives, their children to go and defend our land, our country. For you to sleep your head at night with your children and be in a safe place. You, sir, need to become more humbled. And this is bullshit, and I'm calling you out on it. I've never had anything wrong with our friendship, but today it ends. You need to apologize. You need to apologize to our country. You need to apologize to everybody that's in the military. And you need to apologize to my dad that served 35 years in the military. And most of all, you owe Kickstand an apology because he was in your chat and you offended him. And you owe Sarah an apology too, because that was her grandfather that you said is no hero. I have never heard of any military man asking for any special discounts. Like I pointed out in your chat, sir, we can go to PX, the commissary, and get gas on base at a discount price. So why would we go off base and ask for special privileges? You need to stop, and you need to realize what you're saying, and you need to be held accountable for what you are saying. I have said that all along. To go without knowing where they're going or what they're doing when they're enlisted. Absolutely. Absolutely. That day, I'm going to tell you something. That day 9/11 happened, I had a half brother that was an Air Force recruiter. And those next 2 weeks, he hadn't recruited as many people as he ever did. You had people re-enlisting to defend their country. And you have the balls to sit there on the internet and call these people that aren't heroes that went and enlisted to serve their country after they saw those buildings fall. That's not a smart decision. You should be ashamed of yourself. And if this was just a stunt because Cowport called you out on it, then you should be ashamed of yourself. And you seem to be a man that doesn't want to apologize. That's fine. That's fine. But I can no longer be a part of your channel or my daughter Sarah, because what you did was wrong. And other than Ray, Crystal, and Sarah, there are not to be any more rebels. Because anybody that condones that behavior, I don't want to be a part of. I love the military. They sacrifice and are allowed us our freedom. Absolutely. They are heroes in my books. I have a lot of family that serve. That's right. Could you imagine if we didn't have a military? You would be living like somewhere like Syria or Iraq, wondering if they're going to come and steal your daughters and kill your wife and kill you. You should be blessed that we live in a country where your family and kids are safe. Because a majority of us know that we go to work, we come home, and our children are going to be safe. But that's because our military is so strong in this country. And like I said, this is not a bashing on Papa Grizz. Not at all. If you guys want to listen to Papa Grizz, please listen to him. But I am no longer a part of that. Sarah will no longer be a part of that. I don't know if anybody else in the chat is saying that they're no longer a part of it, but I'm done. Amen, amen, Ray. Amen. I love the military with all my heart. Well, you need to make decisions then, 993. Sorry, Sarah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to everyone, but those men and women fought for our rights to say these things. Have respect for the military or take your channel down, Big Kiss says. Because our military, you can collect disability and talk shit on YouTube. That's right. I guess Big Kiss won't be going into your chat either. I never over there. Long Dong's in the house. So, and yes, Sarah, I did some good videos for 9/11 and did a 9/11 stream. That's great. I watched a lot of them on YouTube too. And I was that bitch that was crying, even after 17 years. Yeah. Like I said, Papa, this isn't a declaration of war towards you. I just decided to part ways with you. And in a friendly manner. You have your channel, I have my channel. It is what it is. But I can no longer condone that. I didn't hear any of that today. This is the first time I'm hearing of this situation. Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to let this chat go. Like I said, this isn't a bashing on Papa Grizz, Mama Grizz, or anybody. But let's remember, this is not the first time Papa Grizz disrespected the military. But it's how he did it today, Kick. On 9/11 and how he did it today. It was like he was almost like, he thought it was funny, and he said that people had to respect his opinion. I haven't liked going in there for a long time now, Mommy. I got offended when Gigi called you idiot and stupid. I would never say that to her dad. I was crying at those videos after 17 years. They just bring memories back. Lorraine, I understand you. Yes. Like I said, anybody that's in my chat or my mods, we're not going to fight with Papa Grizz. We're just parting our ways and we're moving on. But I can no longer condone what you did, Papa. I'm done. But on that note, you know what? So many lives were lost. That's right. How many people? It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. But on that note, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Just wanted to do this quick video. I hope I didn't piss anybody off, but you know, that's just my opinion. Crystal says that she can't support that or this or that. Yeah, so like I said, the only 3 rebels that are on YouTube anymore are me, Sarah, and Crystal, and the other ones need to change their name. I have no affiliation with Papa Grizz's channel anymore. I don't want a wrench. My daughter Sarah doesn't want a wrench. So I just been sitting here making a decision for this week. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. Good night, guys. Have a great night.